Hey everyone, Ivan here. Today we're talking about into something that's blowing up right now, the longevity tech market. Like seriously, this isn't just some random trend. The numbers are insane with investments and research pouring into this space. It's billions and trillions of dollars in this kind of industry. I'm not here to hype things up, but I want to break down what actually works, but just marketing and where you should consider putting your money if you care about healthy aging. Let's be honest, there's a ton of products claiming to help you live longer. It might be work, it might be not. But which ones are actually backed up by the science? That's what we'll explore today in this little bit episode. According to Forbes.com, staying younger for longer, the longevity industry's $1 trillion moment. Aging isn't what it used to be for centuries. We've accepted it as an inevitable decline, a slow march towards frailty and disease. But what if we've been thinking about aging all wrong? Across science labs, venture capital firms, and boardrooms, and a growing number of experts see longevity not as a passive process but as an active challenge, one that can be managed, delayed, or even reversed. The longevity industry is no longer science fiction. It's here, and it's poised to reshape everything from healthcare to retirement, workforce dynamics, and even the way we structure our economics. Why now? The demographic and economic shift by 2050, according to Forbes, over 2.1 billion people, more than 20% of the global population, will be over 60. It's amazing. That's a seismic shift with enormous implications. Aging population bring rising care costs, labor charges, and elder care, mounting pressure on pension systems. But they also present an opportunity, the chance to extend not just lifespan but health span. The number of years we live in a good health, free from chronic disease. Governments and policymakers are taking notice. Countries like Japan, facing some of the world's fastest aging populations, are actively rethinking how they approach the health, work, and social support structures. The challenge is clear, ensuring that these extra years are filled with vitality and independence rather than illness and dependency. As we can see in this article from Forbes, for decades the science that's changing everything. For decades we assumed aging was simply natural and a stoppable process. But recent breakthroughs suggest otherwise. Researchers now believe biological age, how our cells and tissues functionality behave. We can decouple from chronological age. Take epigenetic reprogramming in a field pioneered by Harvard scientists, which aims to restore youthful functions to aging cells, or senolytics, a new class of drugs designed to eliminate zombie cells that contribute to inflammation and age-related diseases. The momentum is real. From 2021 to 2023, over 18 billion flowed into longevity-focused research and startups. AI is accelerating these breakthroughs, dramatically speeding up drug discovery and diagnostics. With machine learning models analyzing vast datasets of genetics, metabolic, and lifestyle factors, biotech firms are identifying promising anti-aging compounds faster than ever before. What about the big money is betting on longevity? Where's their innovation? There's investment, and longevity is attracting some of the biggest names in business and tech. Jeff Bezos has backed up Altos Lab, a startup exploring cellular rejuvenation. Google's Calico Labs is diving deep into age-related diseases, leveraging AI and molecular biology. Even consumers brands are pivoting. L'Oreal is partnering with biotech firms to develop skincare products that target biological aging. Nestlé is exploring longevity-focused nutrition. Abbott's Lingo wearable devices providing real-time metabolic insights, empowering consumers to take control of their health spans. venture capital is pouring into this space, signaling that longevity isn't just an abstract concept. It's the next trillion-dollar industry set to transform healthcare, wellness, and economic structures alike. It has many things in this article. If you want to check it out, you can see it right here. It has a lot of things to say. Let's gonna talk about the other topic. So, I don't like to tell lies. I actually, I do meditation daily because it helped me to keep myself rejuvenating and also to get a little bit more, sharp in my brain. That's what I suggest to everyone to do. It's not really bad. You can do it for 10 to 5 minutes, or 20 minutes. Depends on your, metabolic system. You are alike to do it. I just want to tell about, because this can boost your longevity to live longer. It's a really nice technique. According to psychologytoday.com, that can meditation help you live longer? Well, new research suggests that quieting the brain leads to a longer life. And I can say it's true. Many people, once I see me, they tell, hey, how old are you? And I tell, well, I got this age. And they tell me, no, it's not. You're like, you seems like you're younger. And I tell, no. So I just tell people, well, try to meditation and drink a lot of water every day. Don't try to just, I don't tell, do this or that, just depends on you. I just gonna read you some of this from these nice articles. So researchers have recently uncovered remarkable evidence that quieter brains are associated with a longer lifespan. In the study published in Nature, Sulio et al. 2019, and his associates conducted a series of experiments with human and animal subjects that showed a direct connection between brain excitation and longevity. Specifically, researchers found that manipulating the activity of a protein called RE1 silencing transcription factor, or REST, which suppresses brain activity, was directly related to how long the organisms lived. REST regulates the expression of certain genes and involved in quieting down, reducing neural activity. When this protein is blocked, it is associated with increased neural activity and earlier death. When rest was enhanced, the organism lived longer. This was true for experiments involving worms, mice, and when examining the brains of humans, we have died at various ages. These studies suggest that interventions reducing or decreasing brain activity could extend our lifespan. Squat in your brain, nothing in your brain. Has been well documented that certain forms of meditation quiet the brain or suppress brain activity. In fact, this is the stereotypical idea of meditation, a quiet mind. From a brainwave perspective, reduced or slower brain activity can be demonstrated by increasing the amount of certain slow brain waves, such as alpha. This is like a little bit sleepy. Or decreasing the number of fast brain waves, such as beta, because it's more like that. It's like more active, and high beta is more active, and gamma is like a little bit. You have to be really wake up. For example, EEG studied with advanced meditators have shown that transcendental meditation consistently result in increased alpha-1 brainwave activity. Some meditations have been shown to increase alpha power, slow the alpha frequency, and demonstrate shifts of alpha activity into frontal lobes. More recent research with mindfulness practices has shown decreases in gamma activity during effortless awareness. The evidence that meditation may lead to a longer life has shown up in other studies as well. For example, a study from 2010 conducted by Tony and Jacobs compared to participants at the 3-month meditation retreat to a control group. She found that the meditation group had an average of 30% more activity of telomeres than the controls. Telomere is an enzyme that protects chromosomes and relates to the speed of aging process. Essentially, as chromosomes become older, the process of cell reproduction reduces the length of the telomeres. When these eventually disappear, the cell stops replicating and death occurs. So, while this study did not prove that meditation leads to a longer life, it did suggest that something about meditation has a protective effect on aging process. This is true. If you wanna read more about this article, I can give you the reference in my description so you can see it. And there's also a lot of information about meditation practices to live longer. This is true, it's not hype, it's for decades, even for centuries, even for thousands of years, from the Indians and from many other cultures. Well, the key takeaway from this video is that the longevity is not talking about there is a miracle product that give you the lasting long forever, but it's just using your own research and to live a healthy life. Just as I told, it's a multi-billion-dollar, trillion-dollar, a lot of products doing a lot of hype, but we don't know how will we become the next coming years. I do believe in the next 10 to 20 years the people will live longer, and we're looking today and it's happening. And we say even if you have 50 years, if you have 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, you actually you feel like, hey, I can able to live longer. If you have a really nice and healthy life, you can do it. So that's all for now. This is just was a it's not a longer video, but just trying to give you some information about this longevity industry and what's more, what I'm doing to trying to stop the process of aging, just meditating. Well, I feel like that. It's not my advice to do, but if you want it, you don't find nothing wrong with it. But if you got health conditions, just prefer you consult with your doctor before you do something. If you got something bad in your brain or something, it's better to consult your doctor. So, well, this is Ivan, helping you to cut through the hype and focus on what actually works. And if you like this video, just give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And if you like, and you can tell me more about it. How do you feel about this, this industry? How's your life? If you live healthy or not? What do you think about meditation? Just drop me a comment. I'll see you in the next one.